Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. It's a wet, cold morning in Vancouver. Now, fall is fully here. Leaves are falling. All these beautiful maple leaves. Good time to be alive. Yeah, it's around 6 degrees. Anywho, I want to talk a little bit about politics and what I believe, or my thoughts regarding this beautiful country that we live in. How it's run by the Carney liberals who are making life tougher on us every day. It is a sad state that we live in. This country used to be so great a number of years ago. The good old times when I was in high school, when we had a very competent government under the Honorable Stephen Harper, and then people decided that the idiot king himself was a good person to elect, Mr. Justin Trudeau, and he actually celebrated the anniversary of it 10 years ago of him being elected, and that was a sad day for Canada. We would go so far downhill, and there might be a potentially another election coming up if the budget fails and gets rejected. Look at this beautiful tree. If the budget gets rejected, it will force another election, and some of the polls are saying that the Conservatives will win a minority government, but we hope for is a majority, not a minority. But we'll see. We'll continue our beautiful walk and talk on this lovely day. So, just went into the quiet, quaint village of Dunbar. Got a few things. But going back to the discussion that we're discussing about Canada, the state of things happening. Now, I remember when I was in high school, for you don't know, I'm a millennial, born in the great year 1991, and the country back then was great. I remember, when I was in high school, the dollar, our Canadian dollar, was over parity with the US dollar. Things were good. We had a stable economy. Life was good. And when I graduated from high school, that was in 2010. Construction everywhere, man. So when I graduated from high school in 2010, went to university, graduated university 2014, and then when I went to Cayman was when the idiot king took over. And from 2015 till today has been some rough years for Canada, economically, socially, politically too. And yeah, this country is just not what it was, Too many people are coming in, killing, this, well, not killing, but, this overcrowding, not enough housing, jobs are an issue too, finding employment in this country is very tough. For me, trying to get a job in here was really tough. And we had our last election in the spring, and unfortunately it didn't go how a lot of people wanted. Carney got elected on the fear of Trump, how the man was going to stand up to him. And really, he lied to everybody, lied to our faces, and people drank the Kool-Aid. They bought into the fact that America's bad, America's evil. And, Carney has gone down twice now to try to negotiate, and, said he was going to have his elbows up, and his elbows were not up, they were down. Just kissing DJT's ass, so to speak. So He has not done anything good for Canada, in my opinion. And Carney's point that America is not the same America that was, say, 4 or 5 years ago. That's true, it's not. And he's trying to, you know, do more business, more trade with other countries, trying to lean away from the US. But in reality, you know, we should be doing 50% of our trade with the Americans, and the rest, you know, diversify. Europe, Asia, South America, Africa. But when you have an economy like the United States, which is right on our border, you trade with them. It's easy. You don't have to ship things over oceans. You have a neighbor just down south, and it's pretty easy. So we got to make a deal with the Americans. Gotta be friends, because we are brothers. So yeah, just hope that we have some common sense come back into this country. Canada becomes great again, and we can have all better lives. That's all we want. We want to afford a nice life, have a house, you know, the dream. And that dream is never coming to reality anytime soon, in my opinion. Hopefully we get there. I'll sit on this little bench, talk to you more. The Liberals are revealing their budget in early November, if I'm not mistaken, and the projections are, it's really bad, like $60+ billion deficit. Here in BC, we're deficit of like $12 billion. You know, the overspending that's been done over the years has been outrageous, and that needs to be capped, that needs to be refigured. You know, I think the government is way too bloated. It needs to be trimmed a lot. Things need to change, and some of the polling suggests that if there's an election held today, that the Conservatives will win a minority government, which will, you know, not be the end of the world, but we need a majority. A minority creates other problems. So yeah, anywho, that's kind of my spiel on things that are happening right now in this great land that we call Canada. You know, I respect everybody's opinion. I accept it. You know, I will have disagreements, but it's not like what happened down south, you know what I mean. You know, you die for your belief. So yeah, I'll pretty much sum up the video, guys. Hope you're doing well. Like, subscribe, share, follow for more, and I'll see you on the next one. One last little view of the beautiful forest area, and see you guys later. Ciao.